As for Vermont, the full extent of this week's damage remains unknown. More than 100 people have been rescued and dozens of roads is still closed. Despite the severity of the storm, there have been no reports of deaths so far. In 2011, at least 6 people died in Irene, Vermont's worst natural disaster since the Great Flood of 1927, state officials said. Destroying 500 miles of roads, destroying 1,000 homes and leaving tens of thousands of people lost power. Republican Governor Phil Scott called the latest storm, Irene 4.0, at a news conference Tuesday. Officials said as of Tuesday afternoon, 71 state roads were closed because of flooding and damage. And 2 bridges had been destroyed. But the damage is probably much greater. When a storm comes like this, a unique storm with only torrents of rain for days in a row, it's hard to predict what it will be like. The Secretary of the Transportation Department download Vermont. Mother Nature always wins. Above town, mud and rock slides covered the road outside the ski resort, crashing into nearby shops. A row of railroad tracks hung nearly 100 feet in the air after floods ripped through the hillside below, creating an avalanche that plowed down a major roadway. Shaw's, a large supermarket, was closed. Through the window, groceries could be seen strewn across the floor, toppled by the rising water. After Irene, the same supermarket operated outdoors for several months. On Tuesday, their staff helped set up tents outside the police station, providing essentials, bottled water, diapers, toilet paper, cereal, snacks. Green and her 16-year-old daughter, Alyssa, stopped by to pick up some stuff. Both are reeling from the previous 24 hours. On Monday afternoon, fast-moving water trapped the entire family at their home. Their garage was destroyed. Green called 911 repeatedly. Green, 54, said, "I can honestly say we were terrified. I thought we were going to die." When rescuers arrived, the water had already begun to recede. Green said she will move out of the area when her daughter graduates from high school. Deciding not only about the 2 floods she experienced, but they were part of her motivation. "I don't think we can go through this again," she said. The White House said on Tuesday that President Joe Biden had approved a declaration of emergency for the state of Vermont, allowing FEMA to move needed equipment and resources. Governor Chris Sununu said the state of New Hampshire had sent a rescue team by speedboat and Black Hawk helicopter to assist Vermont. And teams from Connecticut, Massachusetts and North Carolina have arrived in the state to assist, authorities said. Workers remove mud from Main Street after heavy rain in Highland Falls, New York, on July 10, 2023. The northeastern United States was flooded on July 10, 2023, with heavy rain and flooding in one area. Several states a day after hurricanes and flash floods washed away a highway and killed 1 person in New York State. Heavy rain in New York State on July 9, 2023 turned streets into torrents of water, washed away bridges, rendered roads impassable and prompted Governor Kathy Hochul to declare a state of emergency. Level in 2 counties. What is flood insurance and why do you need it? Morrison, the state's public safety commissioner, said that even with all the help, it will be a year, if not a decade, of recovery for the state of Vermont. Andrew Mullen, a restaurateur who owns several businesses in Ludlow, told CNN that at least one of his restaurants was devastated by Monday's flash floods and another will need 2 months of repairs. Repair to reopen. The water level is almost touching the ceiling. This time we had a great success, said Mullen. The good thing is that no one was injured. The Public Safety Commissioner credits no deaths to the common sense of the people of Vermont and emergency crews for their life-saving work during this disaster.